Junior Senior.
G'day YouTubers, it's Senior here from Junior Senior Gaming, and today we're playing SpinTires, and in particular we're looking at a mod called the Nissan Patrol Y60 Beta. Now, I will warn you, this is only a beta. So the guy the actual author, which is Zidon155, is still working on this, so we can't be too harsh because, you know, it's still in the beta stage. So I know that there's a couple of things, because I've been playing this now for the past hour, and I know that there's a couple of things that need to be fixed, but that's all in due time. So this we'll quickly have a look at what you can put on, and then we'll take it from there. So first of all, you can actually put on a mini system. So you put on the tractor, which is a little tow ball at the back here. You can just see a little tow ball, and then from there you can actually install the cistern on the back. Now, I'm not going to carry this around yet because I've already got one that's over there that I went and got full of fuel and brought it back as a test. Now, the roof add-ons, I definitely suggest this, and you actually get the 100 repair points. Definitely something to put on there always with any vehicle. Not that this really needs it, because it doesn't get a great deal of damage. It's really good on damage. I went flying through the bush as fast as I could, bouncing all over the place, and I only got a very small bit of damage. The only time I did get damage is when I did something stupid myself, and I went down a ditch and twisted the car, and it bounced and ended up getting some damage. So that was my fault, that one. But other than that, it's pretty good on the damage. Now, you can put in an extra tank, so the bigger tank, and that there adds another 100 litres fuel. So you don't actually see it down here, but that's something you can add on later. So if we go into the advanced menu, you can see that you've got the fuel add-on 100 points for repair. Now, here we go. The other thing that you can do, we've got the tow ball on. You can throw on trailers. Now, these are, say for example, that is 200 repair points and carries 1 garage point. Now, that there will spin the camera around, just looks like a proper four-wheel drive trailer, like if you were going four-wheel driving. So that's great. I mean, I think that's awesome. Now we have also, uninstall that, we have another trailer as well, and that looks just like another four-wheel drive trailer. So the attention to detail on this is actually really, really good. It's got a lot of attention to detail. Now, what we'll do is towing a trailer with this is not as straightforward as other mods. It's a little bit more complicated. You must have the right tyres on in order to successfully carry a trailer around. Because if you're just towing, if you just throw, say for example, we throw on these wheels here, guaranteed you're going to get bogged straight away carrying a trailer. And those ones there also not as good. These ones here, I thought the Tundra wheels would be the best by far, but no, they're probably the second best. The absolute best tyres for getting around is the default tyres. Surprise, surprise. So if we were to actually drive around now, first of all we have to put it, if you're driving around, you've got to put it, take the handbrake off. You need to put on the diff lock and all wheels, otherwise you're not going to get too far with the trailer on. But for this testing purposes, as we always do, we have to test with the diff lock off and diff lock all wheels off as well. So going through normal areas, it's quite easily gets through, not a problem. Is that a mesh error? No, it's just different. The mud wasn't carrying that part. So going through the mud, it gets through, it's a little bit slow, as you'd expect with these tyres. You put on any other tyres and you're a goner. Now I just forced it to get bogged there by twisting the wheels, and it still gets itself out. It's a little bit slower, but it does a good job. It's just like a real four-wheel drive. It even sounds like one. Listen to that. That sounds like a real Patrol to me. Now, we're getting bogged now. That's normal. We put on the actual all wheels, and it just crawls out, towing the trailer as well. So, as you can see, it's quite a tough little vehicle where it sort of maneuvers all over the place. Now, there we go. If we actually turn that off and we put the diff lock on, then we can actually see that, yeah, not a problem. It gets through. I mean, we'll go around again. Whoops, over rocks. And I have to stop because it seems to have trouble turning now. One thing I have noticed is I always seem to bash the trailer. So you're going to get damage there if you bash the trailer. So we'll slow it down and see how we go getting through. So it got through without anything on, so as you'd expect, diff lock just gets through that a little bit quicker. And if we throw on all-wheel drive, it does get through slightly better, but it just allows you to turn a bit better as well, going through the mud. So here we got bogged, not a problem. See, just plow straight through. One thing that I have noticed, it does bounce around a lot. That's something that I know the Patrols do not do. They don't bounce around this much. They do bounce around a little bit, but not that much. But hey, it is still in beta. So let's go and take it around the tour. We've got a trailer on, and we'll do the normal track that I normally do in the Volcano map. So here we go. I got bogged here before with other tyres on, and with the default tyres, let's see how it goes. I got through here before without any trailer on. It does seem to slow it down a little bit. As you can see, it's chewing up the ground. I would nickname this the plow, simply because it just digs up the dirt and digs you in there with any other tyres but the standard ones. But if you're a farmer, you would definitely have this as a vehicle, because it makes a lot of it really does make a lot of area for you to plow. Another thing that I did notice with this vehicle is that the sounds seem to go a bit crazy every now and then. Now, if we can get it to do it, so now it's just ploughing through as it normally does. But when we start breaking traction, or we start picking up speed, the sound just seems to go a little bit crazy, and I'll see if I can get it to do it. No, it doesn't want to do it. But the actual sounds itself are extremely good. I really do like the sounds. There we go. So all of a sudden it just started going like high acceleration, high rev, sorry. And but look, it's just popping all over the place. So not a problem, gets around. It is a replacement for the UAZ, so it is a really good replacement for the UAZ. If you're a Patrol fan, this is definitely a must to try. If you're a four-wheel drive fanatic, then this is also a definite must to try, because the configuration that you can do on this is quite good with the different tyres and that sort of thing. So if you're after that little bit extra challenge, this will definitely give you that little bit of extra challenge. Now, looks like we're going to get up here. Yes, we will. Now we need to just turn around this corner here, and I'll take it nice and slow because I don't want to roll it. This didn't seem to have much problem with, you know, rolling or anything like that. I haven't rolled it yet. Only problem just bouncing around. That's it. That's the only sort of... Look at that. Whoa, there we go. So that's the sort of thing that I'm talking about. It just every now and then bounces up in the air for no reason. Well, sort of a reason. I sort of hit a certain spot and it bopped or, you know, sort of bounced all over the place. Now, it's not like the party bus that I actually reviewed about a couple of months ago, where that was just bouncing all over the place. So there we go, we went through the bush off-road area and it made it not a problem. So this vehicle is definitely a must-try if you are a four-wheel drive fan, or even if you just love the game. It's definitely worth a go. So here we go through the water. Doesn't have any problems at all. There's a lot of smoke coming out of there, but I suppose going through the water and the hot exhaust would make it smoke. There we go, there's that sound again. So, it's just going crazy. So, that pretty much... So yeah, that pretty much gets around everywhere. That sound's just going crazy at the moment. So there we have it, YouTubers. That is the Nissan Patrol Y60 Beta. And I think this is actually an awesome little vehicle for an awesome replacement for the UAV, getting around actual maps. And also picks up system, carries some garage points, carries some repair units, carries heaps of fuel. And look, it doesn't get stuck. It just seems to go through everything and go over most things. I mean, I tried to get it stuck with, as long as you have the default tyres on there. The other tyres just get stuck all the time. So default tyres are definitely the best. Alright guys, well look, I'm going to give this a score. So I reckon that this is going to get, I have to say, an 8. Almost a 9. Because of the extra little bits and pieces that you get. I can't wait to see the actual, once this becomes out of beta testing, I can't wait to see what the final version of this is going to be. And I probably will say that if it gets, if it stays on the track that it is going now, I think it's going to be definite 9. But for now, I'll have to say it's an 8. So alright, look guys, well thanks for watching. If you want to check out any of my other videos or check out my channel, then by all means do so. And look, remember, game on! This has your 300 horsepower, 280 horsepower, 360 horsepower, 1000 horsepower, and 1360. Fun vehicle to drive around. I mean, look at that! It just had no problem. I just threw it into the river and had no problem getting through.